I am very attractive, but my boyfriend is not my usual type, yet I feel fortunate. Why? Hey there. Today, I want to talk about something that a lot of us can probably relate to, dating someone who isn't necessarily our type, but feeling really fortunate to have them in our lives. You meet someone and at the beginning you say no, then all of a sudden this happens.
Let me make myself perfectly clear. I will never, ever sleep with you. Never. Okay? Got it?
Playing hard to get, I like this.
When hell freezes over this spring.
Detective,
Good morning.
are you cold?
Cold? No. Why?
Odd. Given that hell was supposed to freeze over.
Yeah, it's not impossible that you fall in love with someone you thought is not your type. You know, one relationship that really exemplifies this concept of feeling fortunate with a partner who isn't your usual type is the story of Maisie Williams and Reuben Selby. Let's see what the Game of Thrones star can teach us about unusual love. Number 1. Surface-level attractions can be superficial, so when those deeper connections strike, they hit harder. The first reason is that sometimes the things we're initially attracted to on the surface end up being quite superficial. We get caught up in a certain look or a specific personality trait without realizing that those qualities don't always translate to a truly fulfilling, long-term connection.
Tell me what you want.
What I want is never to see you again in my life.
When you find someone who may not fit that mold, but who makes you feel safe, understood, and valued in a deeper way, that can end up being much more meaningful. Maisie, best known for her role as Arya Stark on Game of Thrones, has talked about how Reuben, who works in the fashion industry, isn't necessarily the kind of guy she thought she'd end up with. But she's found that the things that initially attracted her to him, things like his creativity, his kindness, his ability to make her laugh, have ended up matching so much more than any surface-level traits. Number 2. Our types are often shaped by societal pressures or past relationship patterns, rather than what's truly best for us. Many times, we have this idealized vision in our heads of who our perfect partner should be, but in reality, that person may not actually be the right fit. Being open to someone different can allow you to discover qualities you never knew you needed. Maisie, for example, very likely used to have a very specific idea of her ideal partner, but meeting Reuben has challenged those preconceptions in such a positive way.
Never knew that peace and joy and happiness and coexisting with another person could be this way. I never saw this in my life, and it's just all new and all beautiful.
Number 3. Dating someone different can introduce new perspectives and help us grow in invaluable ways. Sometimes the most meaningful relationships are the ones that challenge us to grow and see the world in new ways. Think about it. If you always gravitate towards partners who share your background, your interests, your worldview, you might find yourself in an echo chamber. But when you open yourself up to someone different, it opens up a whole new realm of possibilities. Suddenly, you're exposed to ideas, customs, beliefs that you may have never even considered before. And that kind of exposure isn't just fascinating, it can actually help you evolve as a person. Engaging with new viewpoints, challenging your assumptions, exploring unfamiliar territory, that's how we truly expand our horizons and become more adaptable, empathetic, and well-rounded individuals. Just look at couples Maisie Williams and Reuben Selby. By all accounts, they come from very different worlds. She's a famous actress, he's a fashion consultant. But by sharing their unique perspectives with each other, they've each been able to gain incredible insights and grow in profound ways. Maisie has talked about how being with Reuben has allowed her to see things through a lens she never would have accessed on her own. And I'm sure Reuben has likewise been challenged and enriched by Maisie's experiences and worldview. That's the incredible power of opening yourself up to someone who isn't your usual type. It gives you access to a whole new realm of growth and discovery. So if you find yourself smitten with someone who may not fit the mold of who you thought you'd end up with, try to embrace that. The opportunity to learn, evolve, and see the world through fresh eyes is a gift, one that could lead to the most meaningful and fulfilling relationship of your life. Number 4. Compatibility is about so much more than physical attributes. At the end of the day, the things that really matter in a lasting, fulfilling relationship are the deep-rooted, fundamental aspects of who a person is. I'm talking about shared values, aligned life goals, effortless communication, and a profound emotional connection. Those are the building blocks of a partnership that can truly stand the test of time. Sure, initial attraction is important, there has to be that initial spark. But over the long haul, it's the ability to truly see eye to eye, support each other, and grow together that will determine whether your relationship thrives. And those qualities have little to do with whether your partner fits a specific physical type. When you find that person who just gets you on a profound level, who makes you want to be your best self, who seamlessly fits into the rhythm of your life, well, that's worth celebrating, no matter what they look like on the surface. Because that kind of deep-rooted compatibility is the foundation for a love that lasts. So if you found that special someone who may not tick all the boxes on your physical checklist, but who fulfills you in all the ways that truly count, hold on to that. Because that's the kind of partnership that can weather any storm.
I don't know why I wasted so much time pretending I didn't care. I guess I just didn't want to feel like this. It hurts. But I love you. I'm totally, completely in love with you, and I don't care if you think it's too late. I'm telling you anyway.
Number 5. True, lasting love is rare, so appreciating that special connection is a sign of wisdom, not settling. Finally, one of the most important reasons to feel fortunate is that true, lasting love is so rare and precious. When you found someone who makes you feel safe, supported, and inspired to be your best self regardless of whether they fit a predetermined checklist, that's something truly special. Appreciating that connection and not getting hung up on superficial traits is a sign of real maturity and wisdom.
Every time that I'm with you, my heart still skips. You are the only person I've ever met who I can just talk to for hours and hours and hours, and time just disappears. You make me laugh and you make me smile, and you are just the most incredible person that I have ever met in my entire life.
When you find what you just saw in that video, please forget looks or types, and just hang on to it. There you have it, 5 key reasons why it's perfectly normal and understandable to feel fortunate with a partner who isn't necessarily your type. Let me know if you can relate to this experience in the comments below. I'm curious to hear your perspectives. Do like this video, and until next time, take care. First impressions are not always right, and if you find it somewhere unexpected, love is love.